So peaceful.
It's very nice, very calming, very soothing.
Actually, one of the drivers was playing some music, and I Shazammed it. I could have just asked him what he was playing, but I was like, I don't want to talk to him. Nothing personal.
What? Sorry, man.
I'm in my little zone. I'm in my little zone. Just let me Shazam and just not talk to people, right? But it was called what was it called? Hold on a second. Oh, the drivers are quite nice, by the way. All the staff here are lovely.
So nice.
Nothing personal.
It's very true.
They almost took you guys to Taco Bell last night.
Anyway, it's called Mecha :83, and it was called Lucy's, the album, as in Loosies. And it's kind of similar. It's not far off that music, so I'd recommend that on your music player of choice.
Is that I think they call it lo-fi, right? Or at least the one I saw on the Reddit threads, they were saying it was lo-fi.
What, as in a band or a type of music?
No, I think it's the type of music, but I could be wrong.
There are so many genres these days. It's hard to.
When would you listen to that kind of music?
Why?
When would you listen to that? You know?
If I'm doing some kind of work or something, or like if I'm nerding out on a map.
Just
I have my headphones on. Yeah. Just like when you're working, when you're concentrating on something, you want that like instrumental music.
I feel you on that.
Right? Because you can't get your killer mic on.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what you're doing. So
it's true.
Got to get your instrumental game on.
Well, who will win map 2? We asked you, and this is what you've told us. Run us through it, seangares.
Yeah, it looks like Heroic is the favorites amongst the crowd. I would have to agree based on what we saw right there in the later stages of that match. They took over. We saw them lose maybe 6 straight rounds in like the early part of the first half. And then they dominated after that, right?
Can we do a poll?
Heroic had a really good
Is
swing.
this Zika virus?
Wow.
You can see like the love.
This is like worse than WebMD.
Huh?
This is like worse than WebMD.
Does James have Zika virus?
It's chat. Come on.
Yes or no? Look at that. Look, there's just a massive lump.
What? Is that a lump or?
Why-
a
why
Yeah,
is
put
that?
graphics over. Put
malaria.
graphics over.
It's malaria.
Is it Zika virus?
No
yes or no?
I don't know, but you
No
can get
more.
it the hell away from me is what you can do.
I'm just getting wrecked by little flies.
I don't even want to look at it.
You're sitting next to him, Sean.
I know.
I want you to look at it. Look at it, Sean. Stare at it.
Ugh.
I wish we could. Oh, Jordan's back. Shit.
Get those stretches in.
It's too early for this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh,
Wow.
God.
New TOS. New TOS.
Sit for a minute. Stay for a second. Okay.
Huh.
Then leave immediately. Please.
Huddle. Look, you can't be asked. You know what? Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, dude, I'm in the perfect position in my seat. I'm really comfortable. I don't want to stand up because I'm going to play. Do you feel like you play better if you're like perfectly comfortable in a chair?
Well, I don't know. Go ahead, Josh.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Those blue ones I didn't like. If you noticed, when I was playing, I had an orange one that had like a thicker like wheelbase and stuff. It had a different height or something, and like the armrest was different, and it felt a lot more like the chair I have at home. And I definitely think like chair height and where like arm level with the desk and everything really plays a big factor.
There are some players who measure all that stuff.
Yeah, I know some people actually have rulers. Like StarCraft players would do that.
Like Takedo, who's a Street Fighter player. He's not the first one to do it, but he
Measuring
plays for
tape.
Echo Fox. Echo Fox actually released a tape measure that you can buy, branded by him, because he measures like the distance from the table and all that kind of stuff.
I know it's like more important to some people than others. I just like to have my arms not lose circulation by being too far up. Or
It is important though, because like if you look at the British cycling team, right, they have mental levels of preparation for that kind of thing.
Right.
So they will like bring their pillows from home so they can get better sleep, and sometimes they even like transport mattresses for them.
You know,
all kinds of crazy stuff.
Even more than that, you know how sometimes when you're slouching your chair a little bit, you're gaming, and you get to like you find yourself in like a 1v3, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta sit up.
sit up, yeah.
Oh man, you know, hope no one peeks me real quick.
It's to do with focus and energy levels in the game. I know like, ooh, that's some good openings, and the bomb's going to be planted at inner, but no nades from the terrace. But their faces
keep
are blocked.
keep going.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. It's important. It's pistol round. I was just saying, like, it's important to just, whenever I feel like I'm streaming or I'm playing like rank S or something like that, I'm always slouching because I'm not like in the game mentally or physically. And then like
Not invested.
I'm not invested. I'm just like I'm just there. I'm just playing. Like I don't really have much invested into it. But if I'm playing in a match or I'm playing at a LAN especially, like I'm sitting upright. Like I have good posture. I make sure that like my breathing and everything's flowing well.
Yeah, I think breathing and posture is super underrated.
It's really important. I know like players like Freak and Pasha, for example, have really good posture and stuff as well. Like backs.
Yeah, we actually had this convo. I think Alish has like the best posture in the scene.
Well, he came from StarCraft, and StarCraft players have, like, I think he actually measures stuff. Is he here? Can we ask? No?
He looks like the type of guy who measures stuff.
I think wow, okay.
What does that even mean?
Doesn't mean anything, man. Have you listened to my broadcast before?
True.
I'm just talking nonsense.
So these guys actually played in closed qualifier for IEM within the last couple of weeks. This was the decider map for them in that event.
Which team?
Heroic and North.
Oh.
And it was a 16-14 victory for Heroic. Oh. And a lot of their success was by hitting the outside bomb site, actually. And North did a lot of plays towards inner with an op upper. And they played for the retake a lot, and it looked like Heroic just kept going outside. But they're a fairly standard team, and especially like on, I know Inferno's not in this series, but
this is really winnable right now.
It is. But Heroic's pretty standard in their play.
Next bullet wins. Next bullet wins. Morty and Yugi. Who's on the site there? S-Tag. Okay, he's got to put in work while the other guys stay passive. Because if they were down there, it would definitely egg on these players to continue. But 10-second defuse. It's always brutal when you think you have a chance of winning. There goes S-Tag, but somehow, how does he not take almost any damage?
There's definitely a universe where they win that round.
Yeah, there is, for sure. Sean, in that situation, if you're him and you're walking all the way up and they don't know you're there, do you tap it first to pull them to peek you, or do you surprise them by just jumping on lower ramp and just fighting?
Well, I mean, I think in a 3v2, probably there's a guy accounting for lower ramp. I think they had the right play. A guy hold upper, guy hold lower. They're forced to peek into you. You're hoping to get one kill.
Right. It's one of those situations, though, where there's not necessarily like one right.
There's probably multiple plays. I just felt like he spent all that effort walking up there. Like, are they going to expect him to be there if he just swings out, gets a kill, and then taps the bomb in a 2-on-2?
Yeah, he had really good timing.
Yeah.
To do what you're saying.
Full save. I think USPs. Oh, there's a deagle on Kirby. I think that was a save from last round, though. I think USPs on this map and just playing like a stack outside, long range, is really powerful, and you can win a lot of eco rounds.
What I like is when teams stack around like old bomb and stuff like that, and then they have one flash. And they just flash like by bomb train once the teams start pushing up.
I think just those long range battles. I think it works a lot better against SMGs though than it does against like the little AKs.
You know, I really miss crouching underneath the train.
Yeah.
True.
Like, and it's not something that if they replicated here, it would make me happy, because I need the wood panels, I need the shitty graphics.
Well,
I need
we talked about it earlier on the game earlier, and it's just something about the movement between the trains you could have back in that version.
I might just I might just go to like 1.6.
James needs more knife locations.
I might go to 1.6 and just go offline and just sit under the train for like 5 minutes.
I'm trying to see the trip lunatic high moments on train when they happen. You know.
This is interesting from North. They're going to do a push strat here because they bought and they have such limited nades. They're going to triple push inner with a flash going up. Wow. Good openings there. Fall back, reset. You have a 5-on-3.
That's monstrous.
Yeah, all you have to do is reset now, and you can play 2 inner, 3 outside, and just play a little bit passive and just play the numbers game.
Just force the hand of the remainder of Heroic. Such a massive risk for Yugi to stay up there, exposed to the whole site essentially. Ooh, snappy Nico though. 2 versus 3. This is doable now. There's still a minute plus on the clock, but it's going to get a lot harder with Nico last man standing. The Galil, not quite the AK. Good armor penetration.
You know, Valde had a pretty slow game last game on Cobble. And yes, certainly he was alive and kicking yesterday. You know, he was slaying.
Yeah.
So maybe we can get some breath of that coming into training.
And maybe I think that duel he just took there is like maybe a little bit of a confidence thing, because you know, when you're in a situation like that, you're low by, you lost the first 3 rounds of the game, and it's a 3-on-1. Like, that's the duel that the terrorist in that 1v3 wants. For Valde to peek him from 6 lane, if the terrorist gets that frag, it's a 1-on-2 suddenly instead of a 1-on-3. And
Ivy push.
Yeah, Ivy push is really good.
Both out.
Oof, they didn't expect that. And the second player here normally would play anti-flash, but
the double peek and Nico kills him.
Yeah, you sometimes see somebody buy the, what do you call that box in the middle of Ivy?
Server box?
Yeah. Like you sometimes see a rifler there and an AWP further back, but then sometimes you see the AWP there and the rifler for support as well. Which
there's a lot of different setups. I think one of the most powerful ones SK does, follows that server box with the AWP, and then another player would be with his back turned. So if there's a flash and Fallen gets blind, the other person turns around and gets the kill. And if there's no flash, they just run out into Fallen gets the kill.
What do you think about the T's using no utility right there? Like, they ran up, they used no utility running up, and then once they even knew the Opera was there, they just double peeked.
I think that was really smart to double peek at the Opera. I think AZ fell back and just left his teammate stranded there. If he's going to fall back, I think he needs to like drop a smoke or something, so at least there's like fallback potential. But he just like, screw it, I'm out, bye.
Did the T's not see second guy there, right? I mean, they did get vision down the lane.
I don't think they peeked out wide enough because Mertz got the kill on a guy that was at the dumpster still. There's no way that the T's got that forward info.
Yeah. You kind of anticipated too, right? I mean, I guess it could be one guy, but...
2-on-1 for North in the flank down ladder. It's a quiet flank. Madi might turn around and hold for this, though. Nope, he gets taken out. And I think when you're in situations like that, knowing which players play which spots and just knowing, hey, Valdi is their inner player unless they put Mertz their opping upper. But we've already killed Mertz. He was Ivy. Ladder might be a possibility. I need to go and check that. I think that's where teammates can come into play with a call. I don't think it would have been a bad call to say, careful ladder or something. But
and you know how bad that guy just feels.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He just gets off right
He's
there
just
like
that.
that.
I'm just gonna pull out a nade. It's pretty safe here. Oh,
you said it was clear. 3-2 in the favor of Heroic currently.
Deagle buy from Heroic. I've not seen this on T side. This is probably going to be where they go 3 out upper or something with flashes deep, and they just
try to get down
no,
there.
it's out ladder. They're going to swing out ladder towards D-box or something.
Ooh, that's a good.
It might pay off.
It's a hand cannon.
Ooh. Just never know.
Yeah. North isn't giving any opportunities for these deagles to pay off. Like, they're making the deagles be completely in the open. And when you're using a deagle in this game, you don't want to just be in the open taking fights. You want to be where you're close to cover, swing out, take a shot, fall back behind cover, let the recoil reset, and then rinse repeat. But North is like, no, if you want to do this, you're going to be completely exposed. If you miss your first shot, I'm going to tag you, aim punch you, and end your life in game.
And end your life.
End it.
Damn, I'm still looking at these pistol stats, the P2000 versus USP, but I can't find... I have to look at the chat. I can't find the... not the internet chat. My chat with Dan.
Another
See what we were talking about.
3-man inner push from North here. Perfect nade.
Oh!
But, and the flash came, but Madi dodged that. 1-for-1 trade is still in favor of Heroic.
Ooh, that smoke.
This is what they like, because now it's a 4-on-4. You have to spread the defenses thin. Probably North, within the next 25, 30 seconds, they're going to try to take control of ladder or team mid.
Look at Mertz's position, though.
They have box wall control, actually, still, so maybe they don't need to do anything.
Yeah, Mertz has got a solid position here.
Yeah.
And he's the kind of open to deal with this situation. So.
That angle is actually really hard to deal with.
Yeah, because you can't be seen from the upper railing part. So
and you see their feet.
And you see their feet, so if they swing out, then you have a favorable fight, for sure.
There's a foot fetish pun in there somewhere.
True.
Hidden somewhere in there.
Ridiculous.
Even I wouldn't go for it.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Don't hit your head on it.
Having said that, I still think North needs to take like actual choke point control because they have no grenades to lock anything down, and they're just playing so far back in a 4-on-4. I think this is very favorable for the Terrace if they do an outside hit here. It looks like that's what they're eyeing up. A split, smoke back bomb. They're going to smoke off. That goes Z, I believe. Or maybe it's left side bomb. So we can get out ladder.
And that creep up Ivy.
Yeah, creep up Ivy, no noise. And AZ's, okay, there's the noise. But it doesn't matter, AZ's locked off. He's going to go through the smoke probably. Yep.
20 seconds now. The bomb's still in their control. But where can they plant the bomb? They don't have pop-up control, so there's actually pretty much nowhere safe for them to plant the bomb at this point. And there's 10 seconds on the clock, so they are royally screwed. Although maybe that changes everything. He knows where Mertz was, so now he can plant the bomb.
So Mertz is instantly rotating back. He's going to be lower. He's going to run to Z. I think Nico's going to still expect him towards ladder. Maybe he thinks like, oh, maybe he ran back to T mid. So this is going to be a huge mind game, and it's going to come down to timing. But already he's just like, screw this. I'm just going to walk to hell.
Well, at least Mertz has, Molotov to use or something.
Yeah, he still has. He can smoke, tap it, and then like wait for the spam, and then peek after the spam.
He's so far away though.
Yeah,
like this is a lot of time being wasted.
He has a smoke and a molly. That's the only thing he has going for him is his nade set.
But he's also like afraid of under heaven or in heaven. How like there's so many locations that he can get killed from. He's just gonna stick it and get spammed probably. Or he didn't reload his AK.
Oh my.
Nico.
Oh god. But he planted the bomb and then he damn.
Yeah,
okay.
That's when you need to look at your radar and just see where that lineup is. Oh, that's
awkward.
unfortunate.
That's
but
awkward.
I think he could have also like reloaded his gun as soon as he planted the bomb, because as soon as he plants the bomb, like the guy knows he's bomb trained still. Reload that gun. He's gonna be where ladder is his only play if he's gonna be taking that initial fight. And if he's not ladder immediately, then he's running all the way to T-Con or all the way to inner through Z, or maybe does some.
How many bullets did he have?
Not much.
Less than 10.
Yeah.
That's wild. He should have reloaded as soon as he planted.
Sometimes you need a teammate to tell you.
I was actually just about to compliment him too, because as a third guy, Ivy did a really good job of sticking to his role and holding this one.
Oh. Yeah, that was good on the terrorist execute at Ivy.
Oh no.
He went out to get a kill there.
He went out front side and he just held.
His teammate traded for him, but like that should definitely be the goal.
Oof.
Nice timing. MSL probably should have grabbed.
Oh, that's a big. Okay, it was Nico, because S-Tag was completely fine there. All right then, 2 versus 3. I was gonna say, like, I've seen AZ AWP before, but
yeah,
I don't really. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's a go-to. But if someone was going to,
from all the players on the team, it would have to be AZ. But you know, when you compare him to other, you know, tier 1 or 2 team offers, like, I just haven't seen him do it that much to put much stock in him over, you know, someone that opts more long-term or full-time. If that makes sense.
You're not invested into the idea.
Right. Like, being an opper is like, it's a mindset about your economy, your buys. You know, if your team's on eco or force buy, you're not getting Kevlar, you're getting a cheaper pistol type of thing. Maybe
you see it from time to time, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a thing.
What?
With AZ and North, and
right.
Second AWP.
Well, I think they just need to pull it out on certain maps and against certain teams as well. So if a team plays more standard, slow, and defaulty, then it's very powerful to have an op just kill a rifle and just get that 5-on-4 man advantage type of thing. It's also good to control the back lanes and Ivy as well on this map, especially if it's against the rush. Right, here's the force buy. CZ on AZ this time, Mertz with the op.
Oh man, the hops. Mertz hit some pretty crazy hops there towards Ivy. But a little bit of Funin, I think, is what the chat would probably be saying right about now.
Valde is really sick, apparently.
Yeah?
He has fever and has been throwing up.
Oh, like, oh, okay.
Someone tweeted me and said that's why he's
so
sitting down during the huddle.
That sucks.
Yeah, somebody, I guess, yeah, somebody said that yesterday. Yeah.
I wonder if he got something, came down something after that first day.
Maybe it's the thing that James has on his leg. Maybe he got bitten by the same.
Oh, the Zika.
Yeah, he got the Zika virus.
Got that Zika, man.
I like what Heroic's doing here, though. So they got those 2 opening picks at Ivy, and instead of just, you know, they could instantly just group up and do something fast, but they're going to wait for North to regroup and do something. Maybe they push and try to equalize the situation instead of getting caught off guard by, you know, whipping out nades or just like rushing into something and getting multi-frag. They're just taking their time, and they're going to end up clearing everything slowly. But North just taking a gamble, saying, you know what, we're just going to stack inner. If you go outside, so be it, we save. If you guys come inner, then we punish you for it. Outside bomb train smokes.
That's a really good call.
Yeah.
5v3 to throw bomb train smokes.
Yeah, you isolate anyone who's close, you just deal with, and anyone behind the smokes, you just plant and then play 5-on-3 post plant. And North's probably just going to save here.
A lot of teams have made the mistake recently of going inner in that scenario and going right into that triple stack. I've seen it happen, you know, at least 5 times. I think Gambit was doing it a lot when they played someone at the major. Can't remember who.
Yeah. It's annoying. You have to just try to avoid as much multi-fragging capability as possible, but you know that oftentimes means, you know, you sacrifice a player. If you sacrifice a player, now it's a 3-on-4 instead of a 3-on-5. It's a difficult decision. I like that reaction from Heroic. Slow down, regroup, bomb train smokes, boom.
It's a nice upgrade from the UMP.
Yep.
Good thing they didn't elect to fake it and go in, or huh?
Good thing, yeah. Because well, hey, it
was all too easily possible.
Josh, remember when you were ahead of the UMP meta?
I was ahead of it?
Yeah, you tried to get everyone to use the UMP.
I was doing that. I was also trying to get everyone to use the AUG and the SG, but no one bid on it. Everyone got mad at, yeah, Shroud used it, and everyone got mad at me and Rank S for doing it.
This is a gentleman's sport, okay?
Magisk uses it from time to time.
Yeah, he's actually really good with it.
Yeah. I saw him dicking on a team on Overpass with it. Can I not use that adjective?
No, I just don't think you realized that it was my team.
Oh, is it?
That's why I'm
Was
giving
it
you that
Optic
look.
versus
Slow
Misfits or
burn.
something on
You
Overpass?
shitter.
Lighting the candle.
His went like blue door, and you guys
Yeah.
just kept peeking, and he just started owning
No,
everyone
he
and
spammed
shooting
me
through
heaven.
the door.
He spammed me heaven from connector.
Oof.
Like two-shot at me.
Hate to see that.
Dicking on him, huh?
Launders should use. He should use the AUG. Launders should use the AUG because
Thick,
he's
solid, nice shaft.
he likes his anime. So he can use the Akihabara skin. Get his
That is a
weird
nice
boo on.
skin. I like that skin.
All the VP stickers. VP used to be good on train a couple of years ago.
VP used to be.
Good on a
50
lot of
seconds.
Where's
remaining.
that sentence going there?
50 seconds remaining.
VP used to be, just in general.
Yeah, they used
No
to.
longer.
He used to be the
roster
longest standing lineup.
Good
Yeah.
pop flash.
Now it's Vega.
Can always turn the page and have a new chapter.
Start fresh.
Indeed.
Do they
Molly
have a
back
flash
bombs
to
so
come
that
through
way.
here?
Molly back
Ooh.
bombs that way when you come through that, you only really have to worry about
Yeah,
mid bomb.
I was gonna say.
Really cool.
Yeah, usually you'd want to flash, but because they mollied camera and side bomb, there
Oh,
were.
peek, peek, peek. Oh.
That scenario happens a lot, by the way.
What's he doing?
What?
Someone's planting and there's no cover for Ivy, but the CTs are a little bit too afraid to peek it.
Yeah. Well, I think they were like trying to go Ivy to save or something, where they were trying to bait the people with the USPs so the guns could swing out second and not just die first.
Yeah.
Just get the info. But I think the guns are just gonna try to save. I don't know which one Mertz is, but he's looking. I think he's looking to just get an exit or something like that. Is Ivy Cubby just looking to see if anyone's exiting this way? Maybe Mertz goes back and tries to get that gun. Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Another round.
Does he get? Oh. Ooh.
Oops. Good. It's a tight game so far.
Yeah, definitely in favor of Heroic. But the pistol round went to Heroic as well, so I mean, 3 gun rounds so far.
Always helps.
Does. And
then-
up on Mertz. Tactical timeout?
They don't seem to have very good spawns.
No, they don't, but
Because I'm wondering if they're going to be aggressive in this round because it looks like utility will be lacking somewhat.
what's Mertz's spawn? That's the real question, because he could go upper and take brown hull control with a flash from top pop, and I know that Valdi sets him up for that a lot. I just don't know if Heroic's going to be thinking of that or not, because, again, they played this map within the last week or two, and North did that a lot against Heroic. They would always, have Valdi either flash inner from top pop dog and then do nothing with it, or they would flash and then Mertz would op it and then stack 4 outside with rifles.
Why is Peacemaker wearing sandals, man? I'd want to feel the carpet under my toes.
Why is he wearing
if I don't have shoes on?
sandals with
That's true.
socks?
That's a style.
Yeah, exactly.
Having said that, I'm wearing slippers with socks. So who am I?
But
to
no one
judge?
I
can
want
see
to
that
feel
right
the
now.
carpet,
I'll
man.
wear slippers.
Isn't
Well,
it
they
nice?
can see it for sure.
Isn't it nice to feel the carpet
carpet's
under your
nice.
toes?
No,
Yeah.
these are
Instead of
comfy.
rubber.
Here, try this. Oh, for the
Yeah,
sandals?
but he's got
Yeah.
like rubber sandals on.
The
Yeah,
sandals are
those
different.
are good. Those
These-
are like
these are
the
good.
granddad shoes.
Yeah.
I respect
but
those.
that's a style. It's like high stocks and sandals. Not for me. It's not a style I'm rocking, but
True.
this I could see it in the airport life. I really could.
Subtlety of that flash and peek by Mertz. Very nice.
Sorry, I missed the flash. Where did he flash from?
I'm not sure where. It was probably somewhere by Z or bomb train.
Okay.
When
And he just hopped into
on the other side of blue.
Yeah.
Just took the angle.
Just took the fallen angle. That's a very powerful angle to stop a lot of pressure.
Now with
Ooh,
the
there's a
grenades
fake
towards
back
B,
outside.
they're pulling Kiabi away, and he was the rifle. He was the rifle support
No,
for Mertz.
Oh my
There's
god.
a
all the
massive,
hard on
look
this
at that
so
massive
hard.
rotation. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's completely compromised all their positions on A as
Molly's-
well.
Yeah, Molly Z now, and yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
That's
over.
absolutely wrecked them because Kiabi rotated away when the grenade came in. He was E-box watching Pop Dog, which
Yeah.
means Mertz had to go back to the site, so it just pushed all their aggressive positions backwards. Mertz left on the side of his own, and now it's a desperate time as the CTs push in, but there was a trade there. Thought Snappy might have got 2, so this is definitely around to fight for, but North cannot afford to lose this quite literally. 3-on-3, Nico's still looking for a flank. Yugi's got an angle, there's a smoke down on the bomb. If anyone got an actual... No one's actually got a line on the
looking
bomb
to win it.
itself! Oh!
Wow.
They got the
They got it.
defuse,
That was wild.
but they've lost everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Honestly, this might come back to haunt North, though, as well, just because the reset potential here is... It's just so powerful on train if Heroic wins this round. But
That was fun to watch, though, that round.
That was good. Okay, so here's the question, Sean. North, they heavily over-rotated inner. We, as as spectators observing this without hearing their comms, we don't know who called for that, or if it was it individuals, like everyone just individually decided it. Did someone make the call?
Is it a protocol?
Or was it someone that's just like, they're execing inner.
Had to be, right?
And everyone has to like, oh,
because there was no one near ladder room or pushed Ivy or anything to get tons of info.
But it might also
it
might also be based on the previous game as well that Steel's been talking about.
Right, but would that be then MSL calling, oh, it's an inner exec rotate inner, like just over rotate inner type of thing? Or is it like an individual player that's playing inner, like Valdi's like, oh, they're inner exec, and then making everyone panicked to rotate?
Because normally you would pull one guy maybe, but they pulled two.
There were like 4 outside and then 1 bump. Sorry, 4 inside and 1 bump.
Yeah, there's 4
if you're in that position, you want to rotate. Are you going to have somebody flank? Because Kiabi was near E-box, so he was in the best position to go for the flank, which does have its risks, and you're probably being waited for. But
I think he was on bomb train, not E-box. If I'm not
no,
mistaken.
he was
Mertz
was just to the left of where MSL is,
right?
And Kiabi was by E-box looking towards Pop Dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Mertz was covered by the trains, only looking at main. So it's quite a deep rotation.
In that case, like it wouldn't be a terrible idea if Kirby wanted to at least get in ladder in case it's a fake and they come back down. Usually have a pretty good chance of multi-fragging there if the enemies are dropping back down the ladder because they have the landing and accuracy for a second.
Yeah, I'll say this though, Heroic looks pretty well drilled on this map.
Yeah, they're looking a lot stronger than I saw when I was.
It looks very cohesive, you know, like their nades. There's nobody missing smokes, there's nobody missing Molotovs.
Right.
It's very well.
Look at the time on the clock, man.
But they're not even doing anything like.
Does he peek, Valde? Does he peek?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the bomb. That's a wrap.
It's just really standard, but like they're doing it together. They're kind of methodical, but they also have these executes that they can rely on late round, like the bomb train smokes outside, the inner fake there. Like Heroic does have things in the bag, but I don't. Yeah, I like it from them for sure.
I wondered if Valde would like wait for a deeper peek as they try to cross. I don't know if he knew the bomb was in main, but nice.
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 What do you think he's saying right now?
So guys, I got sandals on. I know the carpet feels nice, but I just can't take them off because it's just who I am.
It was perfect with his hand down right there. The way it all timed up, it was pretty well done.
See, there we go. Sockless number 6.
Here, I'll make the
so
sound effects.
He
for
has
this
to
guy.
communicate with them in English, right? And then they go back to speaking Danish. What if Peacemaker calls a strat in English and they all talk in Danish and they're like, let's not do that.
No. Why is this guy still behind us?
He's wearing sandals on the carpet. We can't listen to him. We can't.
When's the HLTV article coming out?
They just smile and nod their heads at him. It's like they give thumbs up.
Oh man.
Mertz down to the scout.
Yep.
Sad.
Feels bad. Where is that upper player going from the CTs? Valdi. Is he going to hard swing on that, or is he's just going to hold this angle here?
No, he's been holding this angle a couple rounds.
I think this angle's pretty strong. If it's like if you know like the enemy's going to be defaulting because they have 1 maybe 2 people going upper, I think it's a pretty strong angle to whip out every now and then. If you don't like do it every game type of thing.
Yeah.
That's a good run boost. Have you ever run boost from back there before? I think most people do it like a lot closer up. I guess that was like safer for pushes.
I saw FaZe. They run boost Guardian into the pick. Like he wants to fight when he lands.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing ever because he comes flying on your screen at like 100 miles an hour.
That's a CSS play.
Yeah.
You don't see jumping ops that often in CS:GO.
No.
The ops, the mechanics
you see
are
it
different.
very
Seldom.
rarely, in cache main.
Yeah.
From a Teorpa, but it's only one of the few places I can think of witnessing that in recent memory. Well, this is the shooting gallery. And Heroics are the ones being framed.
Finally getting that space to get above the smoke so they'd be trapped behind him, you know. Give him that opportunity to actually put some fire on him. Boom. You not going down without a fight.
Yeah.
6-6. Undoubtedly a round for North.
Yeah, he's lost this round already, and I think he knows this. So it all comes down to what's his team's money, what's the enemy team's money. Does getting frags here help our case, or should I save the op? His team's money is pretty low. Saving this op would be really instrumental, even though North's money is pretty low. Oh, he threw the op away, so they wouldn't get it, and he wants to do economic damage to North. Okay, so I see. So basically, the 3 plays are: 1, he saves the op and tries to stay alive with it; 2, he tries to kill as many North players as possible; or 3, he drops the op where the North can't retrieve it, and then he tries to do as much economic damage as possible because the rebuy is not that great. But because there's only like 2 more rounds left in this half, I don't know if that was the correct play. I think saving that op would have been, because you're saving like $6,000 of value if you save op armor and then whatever nades he had. That would be instrumental into like working and opening into this round. You can use it in so many different places to pick lower, go walk out upper, walk Ivy with it, go T-con for a pick, go down ladder even. Like that's really something that people never do, is go down ladder with an op, and it's like unconventional. It could catch people off guard. It's a good spam angle. Just need to hit the timing with it.
I remember when Squiddiddle got a headshot through that. It was meaty.
Standing on bomb train.
I thought it was by Ivy, no? Or am I thinking of a different?
I think he was standing on the bomb train. No?
Yeah, one from the bomb
He's
train.
right behind you. Why don't you ask him?
Hey,
with an op or?
Slowly bouncing out. Seems the first shot might have been. I don't know.
That's a good setup from North. Really good bait and switch. Playing at the spools angle, and I don't think it's something that they've been playing a lot this game, or even in the last time they matched up on train. I don't think Valdi ever really played that spools angle. I think it was they always had a other guy upper watching brown holes, or they were playing like a full passive retakey setup, or Valdi was like back pop or top pop. But generally speaking, he would just like back off really quickly and then just play like closer to Z or back lanes for the retake, just because his team kept losing outside. So this is a really cool setup. Having one at the schools, even if he only gets one, the guy side bomb train should be good for like another 2.
4 AKs on the CT side. Life is good.
Life is real good, man.
Life is good. And it's the last round, so even if there was like an AWP round, they don't
Yeah.
need to save it because they can just buy another one and have the 4 AKs.
It's weird. You felt like Heroic was just super in control of this half.
Yeah.
And then now you look,
North
and
really
it's
brought
like it's just a normal half now. North just, they might end here at 9.
Deagles and CZs. I wouldn't be surprised if they do some sort of like outside bomb train smokes.
Valde's opted for the M4, even though there was an AK on the floor. Personal preference, I suppose.
M4's better, arguably, subjectively, I guess, at spraying. Faster rate of fire.
Yeah,
easier
yeah,
recoil
just
to
a straight
control.
line, more or less.
So maybe that's what he was thinking about, because the likelihood of Heroic just doing a straight up 2-1-2 standard default is less likely, maybe. I don't know.
Smokes to inside, maybe?
It looks like that, but yeah, it looks like that, and they're going to get it for free. Ooh.
wow.
They hesitate. That hesitation is what costs teams so many rounds. I'm saying
they-
that
they
because
just
that
heard
happened
that
to me.
They definitely heard the smoke.
Yeah. Well, the smoke's not a problem. Like that safely gets you down lower, so you can get out to Pop Dog and the bomb train. But
That's
I think
the play.
they're too slow there. The play through the smoke. Yeah, that's a great play by MSL. And it's interesting for a player that is arguably like less mechanically skilled than the rest of the players in his team. He makes a lot of playmaking like decisions there, where he's just able to just catch people off guard.
Yeah, MSL frequently gets pop flashed in by his teammates. Like
Yeah.
if you watch him on Inferno a lot, he plays the half wall and sandbag, and he's constantly getting pop flashed.
Yep.
Pop flashes from his teammates.
I noticed that a lot. So even here, like he would be playing in ladder. Like it feels like MSL sets himself up to look very good. Just like so in Inferno, for example, he takes banana control, his teammate sets him up, and then he pushes down and gets all the kills on the blind players. On Train,
Overpass, he does it too. Like he goes into swamp a lot with pop flashes. Through
so
connector or swamp.
So it's interesting. Like I wonder if they would have more or less success if they had someone else. But I think a large reason of why he calls is because he feels like he knows the timing's better. Like it's like I do a similar thing, right? I feel like it's easier to be set up than set other people up if you have that read.
Yeah.
If you have the understanding, if you're on the matrix,
Sure.
then do it, man.
Take the blue pill.
Get
or
in
the
that
red
tube.
pill.
Roll with it.
Pick up the phone.
North's coach is falling asleep back there.
Resident sleeper.
Had to say it, didn't you, Sean?
Had to.
Had to get the chat riled up.
Smoke
One
double
good
flash.
time.
Smoke Molly.
Still can't count to 10 though.
Still can't. Unbelievable. He can't build a ladder either. Pathetic.
I wonder if they do like, what are they gonna do here with smokes wise? Fake inner. They're gonna go back outside with the bomb, obviously. But where they smoke? Back 6. Here's the inner push. Oof. This is a great
Oh, this is
time
going
by
to be
Nico.
good.
Big oof.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, look, I got the smoke. That is crushing. 3v5 though. There is time to recover, but I got to move fast because
I guess
CT positions are only going to get more difficult to deal with. Hot dog player's been taken away, but 4 versus 2. Oh, this is a wrap, man.
that's just such annoying timing when you're just sitting there setting up the smoke. That comes back to what we were talking about with like windows of opportunity. Like, you don't want to be setting up that smoke for too long. You need to just be in the spot, whip out the smoke, and do it. You don't want to.
It's reminiscent of when Tyson used to play on cash. Often in a main, they'd be setting all kinds of stuff up, and then there was a period of time where someone would just boost over mid and just wreck them, get the lawnmower out, cut them down.
Yeah.
Oh, that was satisfying to watch, though. 5 deeks. The butcher buy.
That's going to keep Heroic still in the game, though. All they have to do is survive this 5 Deagle round. Here's what I would expect Deagles to do. 2-1-2 split. You have a guy working team mid with a pick. 2 guys going Ivy. You know, you have a guy holding ladder push. You have another guy that might work towards inner and try to take fights maybe from upper. What Heroic did with the Deagles swinging out ladder, like, I've never seen that. Even leading down ladder is like wild. I'm just like, don't you want 1 CZ to clear a close ladder, close E-box type of stuff?
So how much time will they waste out trying to exhaust the grenades of the CT side?
Yeah. Well, because North, they didn't invest into armor here. They just have the Deagles. So if they wait out Heroic's nades, like, that's a lot of you know, economic damage in itself.
If you have no Kevlar, you can take 101 damage of a grenade.
Yeah.
If it hits you, it does damage and then blows up. Does more damage.
I think the other thing North is doing here... Oh, that's a great entry. I think the other thing North was doing here was making sure that all the smokes were down so they could all split at the exact same time, and it looks like that's what they're doing. 4-on-3 for North.
That's an important CT position, though. Oh my god, there's only 2 players left for the CT side. Not expecting the second player from the same position, and Snappy is alone. This is very doable, though, especially if he gets his reload in. Oh no, sorry, excuse me. He's got a UMP.
I think MSL's playing this pretty well.
Yeah, he's going to get timing right here, Snappy, that is. Maybe not. If he gets the kill on Kirby... Okay, never mind. I really liked what North did. They just waited long enough that Heroic exhausted all their nades, and because they didn't have, you know, one of the choke points smoked, North was able to go out all the choke points at the exact same time.
I think the most important thing in that round, though, was you saw North waiting the entire round, right? Mertz peeked mid, saw 2 guys trying to push mid. What that tells you as a team is, okay, they're not playing Ivy heavy. Start working up Ivy.
Right.
Also, you can take ladder control for free now because there's no way there's 2 guys pushing mid, 1 guy in ladder, and 1 guy holding Ivy. Literally not going to happen, right?
You spread too thin. Yeah,
so
you're absolutely right.
You instantly know you can take ladder and take Ivy, which is probably the most important part of that round.
Oh, that's a great nade. That only did 42 damage, or 44, but that's a good lineup. I
feel like a nade in CSGO can either do 100 damage, 0, or 30, and it can't do anything.
No, it can do 10 if you perfectly direct nade firebox barrage.
Especially on cash boost. It's always like 5 damage.
Oof. You gotta know that your arm's sticking out of that box.
Oh. Give me a headshot, man. Give me a headshot. Wait a weird number of seconds. Fire off another shot. Let's go. Well, that's difficult.
Imagine you're on eco and you get 2 HE grenades. You go T mid and you double nade sack bomb train as T on eco. Would that get someone?
I love eco grenades.
Yeah.
Especially on CT Mirage on A.
Yeah. Ticket booth, you mean?
No. Like, it's not really comparable to pros, but like, if I'm eco on CT Mirage, I'm like, wait for a flash over the roof and then throw 3 grenades on ramp. It's almost guaranteed to kill someone.
Oh, okay.
Fan of
This is I was going to mention earlier, right? North lose a player early, and now the clock starts to run down. This is where I get really worried for the T side.
Spotted Ivy at 30 seconds.
Because yeah, I feel like you're kind of going to get bodied in this situation where everything slows down. That second tag though, turn him off. S tag.
Just going for body shots with the Deagle now.
Oh man, look at the damage he's doing. There are the meat shots.
Once I saw Yugi reposition a front bomb like that, this round's over. There's no way he doesn't win the round from front bomb. But I didn't even really get to that.
I think Deagles and scouts on CT side for spies are just so strong. If the enemy doesn't have like a set strat type of thing with smokes and stuff to disable them and get up close and just get in the face and get the bomb planted, it's just so... You hate to see it, basically. Because the scouts just, you're so mobile and you have that scope, and even if you just go and tag a guy, now the Deaglers just go for a body shot and that's it. The 2 bullets to the chest.
This match is getting weird now.
Yep.
Yeah. Back and forth, huh?
Bring out when are the shotguns, man? I want to see shotguns in Pop Dog. Auto shotgun. I love auto shotgun.
What about auto shotty walk pushing lower ramp?
While pushing low ramp.
Walk push lower ramp with an auto shotgun, and then you have the close quarters at the stairs there, and then like white halls.
Oh yeah, I'm done with that. I'm gonna play shotgun on Dust 2 when it comes back.
Nice.
Good shotgun.
Auto.
Always auto?
Auto, yeah, absolutely. I love the auto. It's too good. Since they improved the spread, they made it tighter. Not in the last update where they made like across the board improvements, but before that they made it a tighter spread and it was like much better.
I'm pretty big fan of the Nova actually, because I Nova miss. You know what I'm saying? All right, and I'll be seeing you guys next year. Hopefully, I don't know. I Nova miss. I'm over it, guys. You know what?
Have you watched Snatch?
You're a real scumbag. Of course.
The scene where they have the shotgun, he's like, it's an anti-aircraft gun, Vincent. Well, I want to raise some pulses, don't I? You're going to raise hell, let alone pulses.
I actually have a Nova.
You do?
Yeah.
The pump shotgun?
Yeah.
Like a replica, or?
No, real one. I have 3 shotguns, but only one of them is in Counter-Strike.
True, okay.
But technically speaking, it's a Supernova. It has a different stock to take some of the kick away.
The Champagne Supernova?
But it still has a bit of a kick. Oh, dear.
No, but really, yeah, guns are weapons, we should call them.
Are
very awesome. Big fan.
Scouts cleaning things up.
Do you go to the gun range often, or at all?
Well, when the entire backyard is a gun range,
Oh, true. Alabama. Right.
Yeah, I mean, growing up there, that's about how it is.
Fish
There's like nothing out there. No, we're not going down that path today.
Okay. So how about this? If you don't go to the shooting range, but you do shoot guns, what are your targets?
I mean,
heads,
you can shoot.
You suck the fish heads and then line them up on the wall.
Exactly what it's called.
Skeet shooting?
Yeah, like skeet shooting.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you just line up cans on like a fence or something.
I mean, you could do that too. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Maybe get a 22 out and start blasting them. But, a little deer hunting there.
I think this is where things get a little bit weird for North. North has a very unconventional T side of train, in my opinion. Like, they have a lot of weird gimmicky strats that they run.
Right.
Which actually works really well for them in the past, but not sure how it's going to work with this new lineup.
I think unconventional strats are, like, so powerful where, you're expecting players to come from certain areas, and then that's what you drill every time you play a practice, every time you play a scrim, anything like that, a pug, doesn't matter what it is. You're expecting them to come from these areas. So you just, you practice playing your bomb chain spot where you watch ladder exit, but then you're not expecting people to come from somewhere else. Like, let's say they flank from Z to outside, from inner or something. If they just do like a wall of smoke down sidewalk and just run through it and then go into Z from inner and split outside.
This is interesting because North has shown 0 Ivy presence, and Heroic is playing all front side on potentially a front side hit, which is a pretty good counter.
I wonder who's spotting. I think he's top green train watching towards Ivy. Yeah.
Oh, these shots though.
Yeah, you just gotta find a kill
he
here.
can swivel around and probably get.
Yeah, they've got the high ground advantage though, which has allowed Kiabi to get 2 kills. Now he's delivering.
Yeah, one more maybe. Nope.
Yeah, he's wasted a lot of time though.
2-on-1.
Yeah. 40 seconds. It's doable for AZ. It's doable. Has his gun been spotted? He didn't see the other guy, but maybe doesn't seem so with the positioning. Boom.
Good
That's
frags
a tight
from
angle.
Nico. Great frags.
Don't think AZ knew anything about that.
You got a couple of nice ones as well. So I liked Heroic setup there. You do see a lot of teams on CT side giving up Ivy because if you want to go Ivy as a T, like it's so risky. It's like A balls on cobble. If you walk there without doing any nades or smokes or flashes or anything, or if you make any, if you do that just completely dry, high potential to get opt. So if you make noise running or using smokes or flashes, you say, hey, we're going to come Ivy. We're going to have at least one guy here. And a lot of teams just say, you know what, we'll just play more passive outside and just spot it from like top green or back 5.
Where does Kiabi go from here? Is it for smoke to go? Push for it?
He probably waits for it to about to fade and then goes, oh, never mind, he got spotted.
Got info though on some of the players, but not really in position to abuse that just yet,
Yeah.
although now maybe that changes.
Yeah.
He's still delivering what he's trying to clean up, trying to fix the problems. But he can't stop the leak. No armor on MSL. He's got to be careful carrying the bomb as
This
well.
round's all Valdi so far. Really impressive.
Now I have to finish that way.
How did he capitalize off of everything there so far?
So he gets that kill Ivy, instantly knows he has the backside open to him, rushes backside, gets the kill backside, comes back front side, gets another kill front side.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Just reactionary, just moving. And
like, you know when you kill that guy in Ivy, there's definitely not anyone backside at that point.
Yeah.
He takes advantage of that, immediately rolls backside.
Yeah, it's very rare that there'd be someone backside if you're holding Ivy, because the backside guy would be a rotator from CT spawn, or he would be the Ivy guy.
For that.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't see that. I didn't catch that. I was watching. I was focused on Kirby because I think he had like 2 plays in that situation. One, the enemy knows he's there where he's sandwiched as a terrorist and the smoke is up, and then he causes a distraction so that his teammates have space to get out Ivy, get out mid and stuff, while all the CTs are looking at him sandwich area. The other play is the enemies don't know that I'm here, and I wait a few more seconds for the smoke to about to dissipate, and then I run through it and I try to kill someone at bomb train and then create that opening that way. I think he went for the jiggles up the ladder, got the info, and then said, hey, I'm here, look at me, for his team. I think that maybe gave Valdi a little bit of an opening.
Yeah.
Because now the Ivy guy has to look at sandwich in case Kirby just runs up on him, and now Valdi has that opening at Ivy. That's interesting.
Double snipers for the CTs. Lots of spam in main again. I wonder how that will affect North because Kirby lost almost half his life.
The CT setup.
Oh, he got popped there. That's cool.
Oh.
He smokes deep, and then the T's, they have to wait 20 seconds. And,
yeah.
While you're waiting these 20 seconds, what are you doing elsewhere on the map,
Yeah, so they had 3 people completely invested towards taking Ivy just now.
The inner guys don't have that look into the brown halls or even right here in Salts.
It's just a major disruption for the T's where they have to wait it out. And then that means that late round, they feel a lot more pressured to kind of rush into doing all their strats and clearing everything, and that could lead to mistakes. That's a really good smoke just to smoke it and fall off. North is doing it. No, they're not. Okay. I thought North was going to do the same where they just pressure Ivy and then just leave it entirely and group in or something, but it looks like they're going to do outside bomb train smokes or something of that sort.
Time pressure now.
Yeah, 40 seconds.
They're still just being entertained by it.
It could be an inner split. They smoke old bombs so they can go left side. They go out Ivy, they'll go left side to the back lanes, and then split inner from CT spawn.
From CT, yeah. Which can really throw people off kilter.
Yeah. So when the CT see these guys coming out Ivy, they think, oh, it's an outside split. Oh, it is an outside split. Ha.
Ha. Ha. Outside split that has brought us to a 2v3. Bomb going down.
Oh, don't spread. That would be hilarious.
Don't think that he's going to burn, though. Bomb planted. Snappy and Nico both have kits and 3 flashes collectively.
Bad timing.
Yep. Snappy goes down. And Nico's out of here. See you later.
Attack pause, it looks like, for probably Heroic. I'm assuming.
Well then, what's the loss bonus at? Where's the
I
loss
think they've been
bonus?
trading rounds, haven't they? Oh, no. Wow. Okay, it's a 5 in a row.
Some brave new worlds.
They don't have the worst buy next round. I think they can afford. They can afford an op on Nico, and he can trade it.
Actually, it'd be a pretty sketchy buy if they full save.
Yeah, I don't think there's like any clear good decision. Yeah. I think in one world, you save one, you just use the USPs in that M4, and I don't know, try to pick up as many guns as possible and save them into the next round. Like, that's one of the plays. Another play is to like fully force, which is massively risky. But Nico could drop the M4 and then buy nades, and you'd have 2 M4s with nades, and then probably like a FAMAS nade, and then 2 people with CZ nades, armor.
Nico, staying hydrated.
If I'm Heroic and I have the round lead and the map lead, I'd say just full save, get the ops next round, and everyone else can afford M4's armor and nades.
But more importantly, staying hydrated is very important to the process.
I
don't care who you are, where you're from.
Water. Don't
Drink
drink all those things with like loads of sugar and salt and all that stuff.
Electrolytes, yes.
Electrolytes are good, so you know.
Take it from Josh.
But
a man with a lot of salt in his system.
True.
The sodium levels are just a little higher.
You know what? I feel them rising right now. It's crazy.
Hey man, this is how I felt all afternoon yesterday. So welcome. Feel my misery.
You guys
'Cause it
can
loves
bond on
company.
that couch over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We already have. Thank you very much.
You can bond with your spider bites.
Yeah.
Spider bites.
The
My
T-virus.
Zika bumps
Zika virus.
can rub
Yeah,
my
Zika.
bumps.
Whoa.
Patient 0, Bardolph.
Was that kill at upper inner from Nico? That's pretty good info and a good kill, but here comes the outside reaction. They said, oh, the gun's inner. They probably didn't buy behind. Oh, it's... I don't want to say anything.
That's a big kill.
Curious. There's a big kill because he didn't necessarily have position, so it was a gamble. It's a very long rotation as well to throw his Molotovs and then go all the way to B.
Well, they were in T-con, so if they throw the mollies and it pulls all the players out of B towards like Z to outside, so North actually had a player at upper inner, and he probably heard like Nico falling back or something, or said like, you can come here, and as soon as you do the fake, I'll walk out upper, I'll kill him rotating the Z, and then you guys just run down lower or something like that.
Nico's playing this perfectly.
Yeah, he's the repositioning.
Oh my
That was
god,
perfect.
that
That's
was
an ace, right? Is it?
No, he
Four.
didn't get
Four?
it. He's got 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was very. Sorry,
That was
I have bad
perfect.
eyesight. You know, that was very similar to what Valdi was doing in that other round. Then, where you get a kill in one spot, you instantly shift to another spot, and while your opponents are still focused on you in that initial spot, boom, you got another opening.
Well, he
Boy.
knows in that scenario when he's back bombed that you know the guy has to plant and the other guy has to guard him.
Right.
So he's probably back pop. So he maneuvers to right side pop and pushes of it.
Right.
It's just
Pushes upside.
he literally made the perfect play.
Yeah.
Not to be a stats whore or anything, but Nico is slaying it right now.
Yeah, I think he's got a few multi-kill rounds already.
Was that the eco round?
Yeah, he saved M4. Everyone else was eco.
Holy crap. And that's reset the loss bonus for North.
Yeah.
2-0 is looking very likely now.
Yep.
Hey, that's us.
Hey.
Oh.
What? Oh, hello. Hello there. Got my bright socks on. I actually have a hole in these
my
socks
God.
from where I dropped a soldering iron on
Sean,
them.
you think we could organize the couch from like biggest feet to littlest feet? And who would fit where, you think? What size shoe you wear?
James is definitely.
James is definitely
You
number
know where
one.
I am when it comes to
an
size.
Between 12 and 13.
I'm an 11.
Okay, yeah, so you'd be second in terms of
11.
By
you're
how
at
big?
11. I'd be so I'd be the third then.
What size?
What
are
size are you?
11 and a half, 12.
I'm 14.
Oh, Jesus.
And what is this?
14,
Well, you know what they say about big feet.
which is the round that Heroic is looking to get to right here for themselves on the
Look at
scoreboard.
that segue.
You like that?
Yeah, man. That's a clean tire on those wheels.
Looks like North is just, they're happy to give up the round if they're able to secure a bomb lane.
Oh man.
And it doesn't look like that. I think Nico's going to try to deny it to the best of his ability, and it looks like he's just farming right now. Is he pushing the 30 kill mark already?
He's putting on a show, that's for sure.
31. Boom.
Yep. There you go. And it's not even 30 rounds into the game,
Standout
so
performance. Nico likes himself some train.
Nothing budget about
it's
that.
like FaZe just flew in or something.
I've seen a few good performances from Nico on train.
That was as good as my my Nova one, Josh. It's up there on caliber. How is that, by the way? Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I could use a little bit more spice, but whatever.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's big. This is an important round for North. See if Heroic can ruin their timing once again. Ooh, there's a two-man push through Ivy from the CT side. How quickly can they get this information, though? Snappy through the smoke. Might be in a flanking position later on, depending on what's going on.
I like that his teammate threw the smoke behind him at ladder.
Wow.
For the sound cues.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was referring to earlier. Is North is just isn't really like most teams you see on train. They're not afraid to just go like straight into exec's time. If
Oh!
There it goes.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Now we can in-game leads, you know, without having to focus on anything else. But what is Yugi going to do here? Because they went for an Ivy push, but he's not really holding the deepest of angles. So they haven't got the extra men towards B.
Bet the chat's still saying back.
They've still got this the rifle support for the sniper. So it's going to be a long rotation. So if North can open things up here, he might be in with a chance. No one going down in that duel, and now we got game on.
I like that molly a lot. The molly was on top pop, so they know they couldn't be there or directly.
Oh!
Ridiculous.
2 kills.
Into the meat grinder. Fingers first. Hazy now. Got a lot to do. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Too easy for Hazy.
He's got
So
no
1v3,
grenades.
Took S tag.
He goes
Not
down.
going to take Snappy, and that's a defuse. 15 for Heroic on series point.
That molly top pop, it forces the CTs, if they are going to peek from there, they have to be all the way like out exposed in the open, or they just forfeit that, and you can run all the way down sidewalk. I like that play from North. It obviously didn't pay out for them in the end there, as they lost a player early. I don't think that might have even been their initial plan, because the way that North was walking there, they were all crouched in Whitehall's here. So I don't know what their initial plan was.
This is monstrous from Muddy.
Yeah, that's really good damage.
Just to read that lane and be able to get all the way into the site like that.
That was round winning.
But getting that kill on the player that was close C from North really allowed for the rest of the heroic players to rotate in, though. I think that was like one of the most important kills that he got there.
Too much experience, Muddy. Too much experience.
Nice beard.
Great. Them black bars. Josh, what are you playing on these days?
I actually switched recently to 1280 800 stretched within the last like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's been feeling pretty good. I also changed
It's
my
looking
crosshair.
good for all intents and purposes.
Does that mess up all your
It's looking
grenades?
okay.
No, the view model's still the same.
Okay,
So
I guess it depends on what you use to line them up.
Yeah, I actually changed crosshair as well. I'm using, so my crosshair actually is like the AK inaccuracy.
What?
So size 2.5 and gap 0. So the space in between the inside points of all 4 parts of the crosshair is where, like, anywhere in that area, that box, is where the AK bullet can go for shot.
And then you just fire for effect. When
You were
get
using
that
a
bad
dot
one.
before, weren't you?
I was using a dot, and then I started going back to a crosshair,
That was
and then
troll,
I got bigger
Josh.
and bigger.
I'm using the crosshair T1 crosshair.
Kusta actually switched to a T-style with no upper portion of it.
Yeah, I find it easier to see heads.
Yeah, I mean, I use the top part as a guide for headshots. For, like, if you're spamming a Glock or USP, for example, you put like the bottom of the top portion of the crosshair at the person's head, and you can keep spamming. And that's like a pretty good guide for me. Or it helps for spraying as well. That helps me at least.
North. Oh, that's some information. Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah, but what else can they do? Kelby and Mertz go
Just,
down in stereo
yeah.
fashion.
Modi just flying in, just getting that kill, full confidence. That's sometimes what you need to do, especially when you're on match point. You just bring the fight to them and just say, hey, like, you know, we got the confidence to swing out and kill you. Well,
That's cool. You can see how much it means.
Something
to
like
them.
that, yeah.
I don't know Danish, that's the best I can
That was
do.
a live listening right there. You
Close.
just-
Nice. A solid 2-0.
noise.
Continuing to climb the ladder. It was a bumpy start for Heroic as well. It didn't look spectacular in their first game. So
Yeah,
it's cool to see them taking more scalps now. Because they were a team that showed promise in the past.
Yeah. It's really cool because those two Danish teams don't typically play each other in best of threes, so it's really interesting to see, you know, where both of them stand against each other. Because most people seem to think North is a little bit ahead of Heroic.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're very similar, and they always have been.
North has done a lot of roster changes recently,
Yeah.
and even like their past performance. I don't even know how many matches or official games that they played in the last like 2 months, but they were rated really high.
Yeah.
And then they had some roster changes, and then, you know, around the major time, they seemingly just dropped off massively.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're just slowly just climbing
And
back.
seemingly on the brink of the roster changes themselves, right? So, I mean, maybe there's a correlation, maybe there's
Right.
not. You know, we can only speculate from in front of the scenes. But
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
That's a 2-0. Do we have an updated bracket to see how things are looking at the moment? That would be pretty awesome.
Torqued's out.
Talk throughout.
Torqued is out.
Okay. Well, there's
Torqued.
some early info for you. All right, let's have a look. See how things are shaping up.
Oof.
I'd even got the Liquid and Talk there just in case you forgot. So Liquid move on, and they will be facing Heroic in the next stage, which will be after SK versus Cloud9, I do believe. Gives Heroic a little break in between. So we'll have the Brazilians versus the North Americans, a rematch of the major.
Yeah.
Indeed, but this
Yeah,
time
but
with
this
bolts.
with the full roster.
Yeah, a man like Bolts.
Yeah, they played one online best of 3 since then with Bolts, and
And the
SK
BO1.
won it.
Well, Cloud9 won the BO1 on it for like 16-1 or something.
But then the next time they played, SK
Yeah.
won like 16-2.
Yeah. It's very
And they
weird.
won the BO3 series.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it should be a good game. It should be really close.
Yeah, we can see some of the two teams behind us.
Yeah.
There is
getting some
Bolts.
food.
The man Bolt.
They're all
This
grabbing
is-
pieces of string cheese.
Yeah. Are
Today.
they biting it or are they pulling it
Well,
apart?
we had the poll yesterday. We asked the audience. And,
Sensitive subject. Let's not talk
yeah,
about it.
let's-
I'd rather
it's just yeah,
different
let's,
subject.
Let's just
Is
go
it-
ahead and do this
Can we
segment
get-
right here. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. And instead of that, let's do a giveaway. Please cue the cards, Bardolph.
Yeah, man. Let's do these cards, baby. All right, so we've got 2 prizes to give away. We've got the Sennheiser George St. Pierre 600, not actually George St. Pierre, and we have the AOC 27-inch monitor. It's got a nice stand. It's got black and red, nice color coordination on that stand. And those giveaways are open until Monday. kappa.ly/CSS2 giveaway, CS Summit 2 giveaway. Get involved. Get on the internet, log on, boot up your router and your modems and all that stuff.
27-inch monitor is large.
It's big, man.
That's
it's
a
big.
big-
I think if
that's
you're
a
playing
lot.
like a Grand Theft Auto or something like that, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think for me it's too big for CS,
Yeah,
but
that's on Black Bar's monitor.
but I have a
Yeah.
34-inch monitor, 21.9 or whatever it is, for games which aren't Counter-Strike.
Right.
So like some games have support for like GTA and stuff. So big ass monitor, good for casual games.
I think if you're gonna
Casual gaming for casual gamers, right, James?
I think
How dare you?
I think what people do with like a 27-inch monitor is like in CS you can change where all the HUD elements are, so you make it closer to the center, like the radar, the health, the ammo, everything's closer to the center, which would really help if you're on
on
a 27-inch monitor, just because you don't want to move your eyes all the way across,
True.
Awesome.
so you can change
Well,
those elements in game.
You know, I hate to say it, this does it for me at the summit. I've had a fantastic freaking time here. I really did enjoy my time. So high fives to you at home. And
Can't
High
stay away
five
from
from
the
this
fish
side of the
heads. He's got to go.
there's no more fish heads. There was never fish heads. That's absolutely disgusting. But I got to go get some fish heads. I'm dying here. Either way, I've had a great time here, and thoroughly enjoyed it with you guys. And we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, I don't even know who's on the couch.
Less of you.
Less of me and probably less of these guys, too. We'll be right back.